I still like pop sheet, make sweat with no heat.
I'm up this track like Pam Grier and movies. I heat up the beat like water in a jacuzzi. I fly.
All right, hey, this is Newberry's channel. So much misdirection, misinformation out there about football and what makes recruiting. And we're going to start off with the basics right now, okay? This bottom line is what's attracting the players right now is your facilities. And it shows no matter what you do. If you look up any of the articles, stats, you'll see where, Clemson had built a brand new, at the time it was the most expensive that I'd ever heard of, football-only facility. I'd never heard of one before then, although there was others. Georgia has built an $80 million one. Obviously, you've seen what happened with their recruiting, which it's not the facility itself, but it's the money put in to your football program. What makes this different nowadays, really since Nick Saban was hired at Alabama, and they actually started before that. Alabama began sprucing up Bryant-Denny Stadium. It was only 40-something thousand seats. Most of the time I was growing up, we were real happy as Auburn fans that our stadium was bigger. It was bigger than Legion Field too. That was kind of the balance or the equalizer, was that one of us had two stadiums, Alabama, and the other one was Jordan-Hare had a bigger stadium when I was growing up. Now, I was born in 79. I grew up through the 80s. Probably didn't start paying attention to football much on the college level. I'd watch Bo Jackson. I do remember some plays of Bo Jackson when I was 5 years old or 6. But what made things different is everybody kind of put in a certain amount, which I think everybody could have done, and it kind of leveled the balance of football up. And you'd have people doing good one year, and then you never knew, when I was growing up, who the next national champion was going to be. And one of the most exciting, even being an Auburn fan, one of the most exciting Alabama teams I ever saw was the 1992 team, which came out of nowhere and made an incredible upset of Miami at the time. It was just amazing. Rock college football world, I'll never forget it, seeing it as a kid, and it made me understand and appreciate what a national title was. All right, so Alabama has to get away from Legion Field. Well, they began spending, and I imagine, I don't know if they got the programs in place before everybody. I've heard that they did similarly the same thing when Bear Bryant was there. You can't tell me that they just happened to hire two of the best coaches. And as a matter of fact, if you go back even further, you will see that there was another 4 or 5 titles won. I can't remember. It's at least 4 from 1920s to the 1930s, early 1930s. One of the coaches had left, and then another guy had taken over right in the middle, and that's probably the only reason why we don't know of another Bear Bryant, Nick Saban guy from way back then, is because, like I said, one guy had left, and another coach came in, so the titles were split. All right, so they start spending a bunch of money. Folks, I don't know if y'all realize it. Alabama has spent over, I went low on every number I could possibly research, or every facility that I knew that I know they had. Now, you talk to an Auburn fan, don't follow it that much. I peek over occasionally to see what it was, and I'm hearing about us doing $91.9 million, which, by the way, I can still kick our fans because we got all upset about the brand new biggest college football scoreboard. I mean, it's like we can't spend any money on our football team. Matter of fact, we won't take the shirts off their backs and make them play out there naked, I guess, without any pads. I don't understand some of our thinking as Auburn fans, and I'm kind of against that, and that's why I'm making this video. I don't even want to make this. I don't even like being on YouTube, but one thing is, I really don't like our fans to be the most uneducated, or some of the most uneducated, I ain't gonna go that far. Let me back up. I don't want our fans to be uneducated at all. I would love that all our fans have a know-how, and that separates us as Auburn fans. I felt like that was the case at one time. So, Alabama has spent over $500 million. That is a low figure. Okay, it's probably closer to $750 million. I'm not exaggerating. Okay, what they did to the stadium, what they put into the new aquatic room that they did, the players' lounge inside Bryant-Denny Stadium, the upper decks, the enclosed of the end zones, the remodeled locker room, on and on. You're trying to compete with people, and you're trying to give Nick Saban credit for a university that has spent probably over close to $750 million. We're talking $1 billion now. I mean, that is unheard of. And that is why Alabama is separate from other universities, and why us at Auburn, we're not going to have much. Now, Georgia's putting in a lot right now, but it still ain't quite enough, and I'll guarantee you they'll wear out and they'll give up and quit. The financial backers will, before they're able to get to the kind of level that Alabama is. But that's the problem right there. That's in a nutshell. That's what recruits. A coach may sway a player or two, maybe three if you're. I don't see that really. Let me go back down. Two, maybe a player or two. You know what makes the entire other part of the roster? How nice are these people? I mean, how nice is my stuff? Okay, if I go to a university and like Auburn, okay, it's got a winning tradition, all that, and I'm like, that kind of lifts my head up and gets me interested. I'm like, I want to go here. But then you're sitting here and you go to a place that hasn't spent any money, real money, since 1989 on their football people. Does that show, what would that tell you? Hey, these people do not care about their football team or players. And that's what we've done at Auburn. But yet we try to yell at the coach and quarterback and, why can't you just win? Why win the game? Just win the game. You don't need all that. We're Auburn. Well, that's great, man, but come on, you gotta get us up close, all right? And that's what people don't seem to realize. All right, meanwhile, you go to Alabama. Hell, if you never play, all right? Even if you're a serious football player and you never play, would you rather be treated like garbage at another university? Or would you rather go to somewhere where even if you sit on the bench, you're in a player's lounge, you get to wear all this nice stuff, which, I mean, we do too. But anyway, it's a clear difference. I don't even know anybody that has a player's lounge inside the stadium. But guess what, Auburn faithful? Your athletic director, Jay Jacobs, had ambitious plans after he went ahead with the college football world biggest scoreboard. His next plan was to enclose an end zone. And guess what it was going to have? A player's lounge that no other university that I know of, correct me if I'm wrong, somebody in the comment, but nobody that I know of has a player's lounge except for Alabama. So, and we were going to be right there. And guess what? Jay Jacobs had us 1-2, right there close to them. I mean, we were, if they didn't win the national championship next year, we were. We were almost won 2, showed up 2 games. They had 3 in between. We were neck and neck, Auburn people. And as bad as that Florida State loss hurt, and it hurt me bad, it really did. But are we crazy? We were right there within one play, and we wanted to undo everything, including the athletic director, who, by the way, brought us our first national title in 50 years. 50 years, okay? Your first national title. Then he brings in another coach. Okay, another coach. And guess, okay, well, you already know what you're going to say, Brandon. What you're going to say. Yeah, I know. We lost, yeah, but we were there. And he brought in 2 coaches, and then both coaches had us in the game, okay? All right, well, all you like Bruce Pearl, guess who hired Bruce Pearl? Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. Your athletic director, Jay Jacobs. But no, Everybody got so mad about the Florida State game and so mad about Alabama winning that you completely crapped all over our people and just sent them packing, and we were right there. And it's probably going to be ugly. And this football center is coming a little bit too late. It's a lot of money. It's what we needed to spend. I hope it ain't too late. I hope I'm wrong. I may be wrong about that. I may totally be wrong about that. I mean, absolutely. So anyway, first video, try to be a little bit polite. You ain't got to. You can dog me out. Criticize me. Critique me. It's fine. I know I'm missing a tooth. I had a car accident and it sticks out really bad. My jaw was broken in 4 places. Still not used to seeing myself like that. And I have a real southern accent because I've never left this area. Not even much on vacations. But please give me some critical thinking. What do you call it? Critique me. Because I'm going to need it, I'm sure. First video, hope you liked it. I'm just going to be about sending truth. I'm not going to be about so much about entertainment. It's going to be truth and try to educate people on the way football really is. Okay, but that's what's doing it right now. That's what gets your talent. Coaches do depend on they do make things give you an advantage, and they're a big part. They are, but they're not a big part of recruiting. They're just not. I'm sorry. Your facilities are. And if anybody don't believe that, you have Nick Saban go to Vanderbilt and win a title, win 5 titles. How about that? It ain't gonna happen. You got to at least have your university putting you up there. Actually, Alabama's putting him way above. Why he sucks up all the credit and never ever seems to give the University of Alabama any credit for what they do when he put in the short kicker on the kick 6 game and lost it. Had Sarkinson throw a 1st and goal pass and lost another Iron Bowl. He does a lot of dumb coaching decisions, I'm sorry. But what's winning the titles is the amount of money. $750 million of a bill, not mil. We're talking billions. First time I ever heard the word $1 billion was spent, it was small countries. Yeah, like our country. And it was only like 2 or 3 billion then. That was when I was a kid. Now you talking about billions in one football, or close to 1 billion in one football program. They just went to nothing but football. There you go. Comment and like, man, if you like it. If not, I won't quit my day job. War Eagle.